Hi, this is Megan, and I'm going to show you my dashboard. So my audience is the leadership team at Delta Airlines. I took the data from 2000 to 2015 for Delta Airlines, and I wanted to determine where in the United States are bird strikes or wildlife strikes happening the most. Mostly, I wanted to do this because I wanted to determine which airport or which state was having the most and whether or not they can go about uh, changing the process to save some money. According to Tech Insider, uh, these bird wildlife strikes cost airlines $1.2 billion a year on average. So if we could save some time with the process by determining where in the United States we could implement a new process, um, that could help save money and time, and that's why I decided to base it on geographic location. So I picked the top 10 airports as kind of a reference point to determine where the most wildlife strikes were happening. I then created a map, and based on the big spots, it shows where the most strikes are happening. I then created this total amount. So since 2000, there have been close to 4,000 wildlife strikes. That's a lot of wildlife strikes, and the money that they lose isn't in the damage to the aircraft, because a lot of planes can actually still fly if only one bird hits them. What happens is those strikes cause delays, they cause cancellations, and that's where the money is lost. So, and that's where it costs the airlines money. So if there could be like a process in place to quickly replace like an engine because a bird hit it or something to keep things on time, I think that would be valuable. And if they could, and this would be to determine where a good test site would be. So as you can see, I also have the total number of incidents by year, the total amount for the last 15, and then where in the United States. So if I click on Florida, the cool thing that happens is everything kind of reacts to it. So Florida has 541 incidents that happened in its state, 138 of those being at the Orlando International Airport. And then you can see year by year how that's distributed. I cannot talk. I apologize. One thing I noticed as going through, there's not one bat year that is worse than the other. There's a pretty equal distribution, no matter where you go. So really, if we wanted to implement sort of a new system, Florida might be a good place to go. Salt Lake City International, as that is the second most affected airport for Delta Airlines. And as you can see, year over year, they're averaging about 30 airstrikes, or probably more like 25 airstrikes a year. So this would be a good place to determine if there's a better process to kind of handle a bird strike. Wisconsin only had about 45, so that's not bad for Delta Airlines. So, we could also implement it at, there's also JFK and LaGuardia in New York, accounting for about 366 apiece. And then, Atlanta too, which is the Hatfield-Jackson Airport, um, had 393 out of the 470 in Georgia. So yeah, this is the story I wanted to tell, kind of help determine if there's a new process in place, where to implement that to save some money, where would the best place to test a case scenario um, for using this data. Yeah, I found it, yeah, a bad ending. I guess I stumbled over my words there, but you know, that's what I did, and it's interactive. We can also click on this too, and it shows how many by year. So I think that's cool too. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.